January 24th, 1987. Burbank, California. A respected deputy sheriff, Charlie Anderson, is gunned down in his own home. His wife finds him lifeless at the top of the stairs, a staged burglary. No murder weapon. No suspects. But then, just one day later, something happened that should have cracked the case wide open. A phone call, a nervous man, claiming to know who killed Deputy Anderson. But what happened next only deepened the mystery. Welcome to Haunting Justice, where real crimes, cold cases, and unsolved mysteries are brought back to life. Every story we tell carries the weight of unanswered questions, hidden truths, and haunting echoes of justice yet to be served. Subscribe and join us as we uncover the darkest mysteries that refuse to stay buried. Charlie was just 35 years old, a 14-year veteran of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Known as a dedicated father, a skilled officer, and a man who got along with everyone, his sudden death shocked the entire community. According to Beth, she had a back injury that night, so Charlie took their older son into the house while she stayed in the car with their baby. Moments later, Beth heard what sounded like a car backfire. She rushed inside only to find Charlie lying at the top of the stairs, shot dead. Police arrived quickly. At first, it looked like a burglary gone wrong, but something didn't add up. Valuables were left untouched. Items were moved around in a way that felt staged. Detectives soon realized the crime scene had been manipulated to look like a robbery. And then just one day later, the most mysterious twist of all occurred. The Burbank Police Department received a phone call. On the line was a man, nervous, shaken, his voice trembling. He said he knew who killed Deputy Anderson. Detectives leaned forward. This could be the break they needed. But as the conversation continued, the man grew increasingly panicked. He realized the call was being recorded. He worried it might be traced back to him. The detective tried to calm him down, gave him his personal cell phone number, told him to hang up and call back privately. The man agreed. Hung up, but he never called back. Think about that. Someone out there claimed to know the identity of Charlie's killer, yet he chose silence over truth. Why? Some believe he was terrified of retaliation. Maybe the killer was close to him. Maybe he feared for his life. Others think he wasn't just a witness, but an accomplice, perhaps a getaway driver, or even someone involved in planning the murder who was racked with guilt. And then there's the darkest possibility of all. The caller was actually the killer. Testing the police, seeing how much they knew. And when the risk became too great, he disappeared back into the shadows. Detectives later called this tip very, very important, even their last hope to solve the case. But without that call, the trail went cold again. Over the years, suspicion has often fallen on Beth Anderson, Charlie's wife. Many point to inconsistencies in her story, her back injury, her refusal to be re-interviewed by police, the fact that she remarried soon after Charlie's death. But Beth died in 2019, never charged, never officially a suspect. Other theories suggest the killer may have been someone inside law enforcement. The crime scene, staged so poorly, looked like it was arranged by someone who thought too much like a cop. Some believe Charlie had uncovered dirty secrets, corruption, drugs, or abuse of power and was silenced before he could expose them. Another possibility: revenge. A criminal Charlie had arrested, someone with a grudge, using that nervous caller as a terrified witness. The truth has never been uncovered. Charlie Anderson was buried with full honors reserved for officers killed in the line of duty. But his family was destroyed. His father died within a year. His mother, heartbroken, passed away not long after. And in 2013, his brother took his own life still, haunted by the unsolved murder. Decades later, detectives still believe finding that caller is the key. A $25,000 reward remains on the table. Confidentiality is guaranteed, but the phone has never rung again. So the question remains, who was that man on the line? A scared witness, a guilty accomplice, or the killer himself? Until someone speaks, the murder of Deputy Charles Robert Anderson will remain one of Burbank's most haunting cold cases. Stay with us here on Haunting Justice. The moment this case sees a breakthrough, we'll bring you every update, because justice isn't just a story. It's Charlie Anderson's, right?